At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. Later, Toyota.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at IRMAC. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapists at IRMAC taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to IRMAC.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos?
I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/govandal. Go Vandals!
Well, is IRMAC really the best hospital for pediatric care? I mean, aren't all ERs the same?
Not all ERs are the same. IRMAC's ER has been delivering high-level clinical care for over 3 decades. As a Level 2 trauma and burn center, IRMAC is well equipped to handle pediatric injury and illness. All IRMAC ER nurses have higher level pediatric certifications, and that's just not common in all ERs. And this expertise and experience is found only at IRMAC.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For your enjoyment, on IdahoSports.com, we have a varsity football game between the Butte County Pirates and the Kendrick Tigers. Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Also, our northern sponsors, P1FCU Group, Ermac Pediatric, Teton Auto Group. And our local sponsors, Windermere Real Estate, Strom Electric, and George F. Brocky and Sons. Also, Butte County, we have our power boosters, ATC Communications, Pickles Place, and Ivy's. And hope you can pull up a chair and join us today. This is Gary Jones alongside Logan Green. We're here for what should be a fine varsity football game between two teams that have the playoffs in mind, Butte County and Kendrick. Kendrick is 3-0 on the season. They've had blowout wins in every single game. And Butte County is 5-0 on the season. They also have had no close games. So something's got to give here between two teams that are undefeated so far, Logan.
And, Gary, this might be the last chance on the schedule, to be honest, for both teams to have that close game. I know Butte County's going to have, their typical tough matchup with Grace, and Grace did go play for a state championship last year. But the way Butte County's rolling right now, you got to think that really this might be the last stop on the schedule for either one of these teams. Actually, Grace will play Kendrick in a couple of weeks in Homedale, a game we'll have right here on Idaho Sports. But Kendrick has already slayed the 8-man beast in Oakley. They beat Oakley a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't particularly close, Gary.
44-22.
And it wasn't as close as that score shows. I mean, Oakley ran back the opening kickoff and then only scored twice the rest of the game. Really, Kendrick really controlled that game from start to finish.
And it looks like Kendrick will receive the kick from the Pirates. Butte County, Brody Westergaard will be kicking off. And the two deep players for Kendrick, Sawyer Hewitt and Hunter Taylor. They're not very deep either. They're standing at the 25-yard line, so they're expecting maybe a squib kick, and they kick it over their head. Let's see if that stays in bounds. Oh, they'll run it back. And he's got some running room. He could go all the way at the 40 to 50. He's going to get chased down, maybe, and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That was Brody Westergaard that saved the touchdown.
Yeah, big return there. That was number 19, Sawyer Hewitt. And, the Hewitts just continue to do it, right?
Man, I thought he was gone for a bit, but the angled from the defender got him. But a great return. They take over here 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Kendrick won the JV game we did on the air 20-16 over Butte. Back to pass to no one. I wonder if they could almost call intentional grounding there. I don't see any flag on the play.
I don't know if I've ever seen Kep throw an incompletion. I say that in jest, but little pressure there from the Pirates getting in the backfield, causing some problems, second down.
Ty Kep, the quarterback for the team. His running backs will be Fitzmaurice, Hewitt, and Clemenhagen, depending on who's in at the time. Hunter and Twite, receivers. They run it up the middle. Plenty of running room. This is Fitzmaurice, and he'll score. A 25-yard touchdown run. Just like that, 6-0 in favor of Kendrick.
I mean, that's what they do. It doesn't matter if it's a D2 team or now here at a D1, they're going to just slice through the defense, and Kendrick already on the board, barely a minute into this game.
They're going to go for 2. Not a surprise. Quarterback has it. He'll throw it out. He's got a receiver, and it's good. That is Hunter Taylor hauling in the pass. So with 10:42 to go here, in the first period of play. 8-0 in favor of the Kendrick Tigers.
Great kickoff return leads to a easy 8 points for Kendrick as they make quick work here of the Butte County defense. And, neither one of these teams has lost a game this season. I feel like it's been a generation before we've seen Kendrick lose a football game, or since we've seen them lose a football game. They have just rolled through, again, back-to-back state champions at the D2 level. And, to be quite honest, I don't see anybody in front of them right now. The second-place team in D2 is Camas County, who we saw. I was there. Butte County beat Camas County a couple weeks ago. Camas actually led it at halftime, but then Butte County pulled away strong in the second half. And, if you're Kendrick and you're able to get a win here, you've already beaten 2 top 5 teams in the D1 level. You got to be feeling good about the three-peat.
Kendrick, part of the White Pine League. Kendrick, Deary, Lewis County, and Timberline Weippe. 2 of the teams have already played. They've all played one league game. Kendrick and Deary are 1-0. Lewis County and Timberline 0-1. Kendrick 3-0 overall, 3-2 for Deary. Lewis County's 2-3. Timberline's 1-4 overall. I'll get to the other league here in a second as we wait the kickoff. And a squib kick is going to be returned by Westergaard. He'll go on the right side, going around the end, out of bounds, around the 30-yard line.
So, Gary, a couple weeks ago, like I said, we were there for Butte County when they played Camas County, and they gave up a touchdown on the opening drive to Camas County and then proceeded to score on their first play from scrimmage, and they scored 3 plays in a row on their first play. They had 3 plays from scrimmage and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, my goodness.
They can score for the ball fast.
Well, 8-man football is a wide-open game. They're supposed to be played on a smaller field, but hardly any teams do. Look, they're on a regular field today, which is long. I think it's supposed to be 80 yards long and somewhat shorter in width. I don't know exactly what. Their first play is a pass quickly out to Crouch, and Coden will take in the ball for a gain of about 2, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that was Twite with the tackle there for Kendrick.
Butte's in the High Desert Conference. Butte, Grace, and Chalice are the only 3 teams. Butte is 5-0, Grace 4-1, Chalice 1-3. They have not played each other, so no conference game on the slate yet. Low snap and handled nicely by the quarterback. And there's a fumble. Twitchell had it stripped from him, and Kendrick says they have it. They do.
Yeah, it's Fitzmaurice who comes up with the recovery for Kendrick, just in the right place at the right time and picks it up. And all of a sudden, Kendrick's in business, about the same spot where they started the last drive at the 35.
8-0 with 9:45 to go. Hope you can pull up a chair and join us on IdahoSports.com. Happy to bring it out to you.
And we do this, Gary, sometimes. We'd love to hear where you're watching from. Send me an email. It's just Logan@IdahoSports.com. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and if you got a player shout-out, we'll give it to you.
That's Clemenhagen in motion. He'll take the ball. No, excuse me. That wasn't Clemenhagen with the run. It was Hewitt. He'll get a good gain on first down of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Beautiful facility here at Middleton High School. Couldn't be nicer. Brand new AstroTurf field. And this is one of the softer ones I've ever felt with my feet. Walked on it before the game, and it's really a quality field. This whole athletic complex at Middleton is 5-star. There's a run through the middle, and Fitzmaurice will get a good gain near the first down. Let's see where they mark it.
I think he's right at the sticks. It's either third and extremely short or first down.
Now they're going to – it's less than a yard, so you know this is 4-down territory for the Tigers.
Yeah, and they, playbook's open because I think they go for it on 4th down no matter what, and I can't see anything stopping them from picking up a yard.
And they're not going to be slowed down. Another run by Hewitt, and he'll score again. This time it's a 26-yard one.
Sawyer Hewitt goes untouched, and he went inside to start on that run. Was able to bounce it outside, got the edge, and used that speed and that's where he was able to pull away from Butte County. And just like that, Kendrick is up 2 scores.
14-0. They'll go for 2 again. Kendrick is back-to-back state champs. They're looking for the trifecta. Man, back-to-back's amazing. Trifecta is really hard to imagine if you're a fan, but they got a shot at it. Back to pass for the 2-point conversion. They've got a player in the back of the end zone, and it's complete. 16-0 in favor of the Tigers. Looking for your next new home, farm, ranch, investment, or commercial property? If so, look no further than Kim and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate for help. With over 22 years of experience in north central Idaho, they are licensed in both Washington and Idaho to make your dreams a reality wherever they may be. 2 great agents to serve you with one mission, to help you with all of your real estate needs. The choice is easy when it comes to real estate in the LC Valley and surrounding area. Ken and Valerie Hobart and Windermere Real Estate. The Hobarts are proud to support Kendrick athletics and want to wish the Tigers good luck today.
You know, Gary, you talked about the three-peat that Kendrick could come away with. We're in the midst of a couple dynasties here in Idaho. You think at D2, you got Kendrick right now. D1, Oakley's won 3 in a row. 2A, Bear Lake won last year, but Westside had won 3 years in a row before that. In 3A, Sugar Salem has won 5 of the past 6. In 4A, 3 in a row for Skyline. And at 5A, Rigby has 3 of the past 4. So really it's a dynasty-heavy state right now.
A lot of those names have not just 3 or 4 in a row. They've got a lot in their school's history. Who was the 2A one you told me? Westside?
Westside, yep.
If you look at how many times Westside's won through the years, it's a lot. And that was a squib kick that went out of bounds. So that's a penalty. Clay and I were discussing in our last game I think it goes to the 40. No, it goes to the 35. I was wrong and he was right.
Well, I've seen them go out like around the 35, and then they moved it up to the 40.
I don't know. He said it was a 5-yard penalty from where it went out. I talked to a varsity coach who used to coach at Bora, and he told me it was at the 40, so I didn't get a chance to talk to the refs, figure out what is the rule. There's a run right up the middle with virtually no gain. Well, we'll give him 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Westergaard couldn't find much there, and this is a guy that he likes to break plays wide open. We saw him score a couple of touchdowns against Camas County in that game, and no room to run there.
Razor Duke, the quarterback, has got a great sports name, and he handed off to Twitchell. Twitchell was 1 tackle away from breaking that for the distance, but they do get him down on a gain of a few. Let's call it 3rd and 5.
A couple of different Kendrick players over there on the left side. Looked like maybe Kimberling was in on the tackle.
Yeah, that's one thing about 8-man football. Sometimes you only have to break 1 tackle, and there's nothing but green real estate in front of you.
Well, you think of at Cary the last 4 years, he's gone now, but Connor Simpson, he was about 5'2", and he could break pretty much any tackle he wanted, and then he was gone. You just get past that first one, a lot of space.
Rolling to his left. He finds the receiver over his head. Speaking of teams that are always at state in a lot of sports, I've been doing this for a long time, and the Cary Panthers have been to state probably 80% of the years that I have done sports, either football or basketball.
Yeah, they are always in the mix.
Amazing. I don't know what they have in their water, but I want to drink some of it.
This year, it's uncharacteristic of them. They have not won a game yet on the season.
Well, the rest of the league's probably happy about that. Cary's not, but, I mean, they really have a good sports program there. I think we're going to get a punt here. Westergaard is back to do the kicking. And he gets a good boot off. It's handled in the backfield. Oh, and he ran into his own player. That's Hunter Taylor. Does his own player get credit for the tackle?
Yeah, because that was Clemenhagen that he ran into. So we'll credit Clemenhagen with the tackle. He kind of comes back with open palms like, I didn't know.
So Kendrick could really blow this game open if they can get a scoring drive here. So 7:05 to go into quarter number 1.
So, again, a 3-and-out for Butte County, and then a turnover on the first drive, and now a 3-and-out.
Boy, their offensive plays were excellent in the first couple possessions. And they throw a pass, and they'll have a first down knocked out of bounds hard. That's Razor Duke, the quarterback, delivering a blow.
A nice catch by Dwight. He actually fell down, got back up, and still made the catch, and then picked up a first down afterwards.
Now, here's the thing. There's 16 starters, 8 on offense and 8 on defense, but how many of these kids are going both ways? Well, the quarterback is. There's number one, and there's a lot of them that go both ways, even at the 5A level. So you burn some calories going both ways in a football game. There's a run, and driving forward with his legs is Fitzmaurice.
It was Waymeyer who got the hit for Butte County, and it looked like he might stand him up there around, about the 45, but he kept plowing the legs and picked up an extra 3 yards.
That's why football players are in the weight room, especially those legs, pumping that iron, get them strong so you can do exactly that. 2nd and 3. 16-0 in favor of the Kendrick Tigers. In motion is Taylor. He'll get the football. He cuts forward. We got going to be a penalty flag on the play, probably holding on the line. See what the referee says. You can always tell the head ref he's got the white hat on. Holding, and that'll back him up.
And they do. They give a number here. That was on Carson Hogan.
Oh, they said it out loud as PA did?
The official did. I could hear it.
Well, you got good ears, dude.
It's well, they're about 7 or 8 years younger than yours, Gary.
Oh. Boy, are you being nice. So you're only 63?
Oh, did I forget to say 100?
Yeah.
Is that what I missed that? Okay, sorry.
I'll tell you. I'll be 71 October 5th. Over the hill's better than under it.
And still going at it.
There's a pass right through the hands of Taylor. That was zip. He had a little mustard on that throw.
And just a little bit high. It'll be 3rd and about 13 here. Still don't think it's anything that Kendrick can't come up with a nice play call for.
Somebody I consider a friend of mine now, Tim Silflo. He was the basketball coach that won last year. I did their games. He's the announcer tonight. He's got up here to watch, and he's just watching to make sure none of his basketball players get injured. He says he's very nervous in football games for that very reason. I said, I don't blame you.
Comes down and says, all right, take him out.
There's a snap. Wide open is Hewitt. And he's going to go the distance as he couldn't be tackled by Duke. That'll be a 52-yard touchdown pass. I thought Hewitt did the first touchdown. I know he did the other two. I've got him for all 3. But my memory isn't great. After I announced Hewitt on the first one.
You're right. I think it was somebody else. We can check
it was
in
either,
and see who
then
got
it might
that.
have been Fitzmaurice or Clement.
I think it was Fitzmaurice that had that first score.
Okay.
I remember you saying that now that you bring it up.
I'll change it. So Hewitt has the last 2. Going for 2 again. They've been successful twice. It is 22-0. In motion is Taylor. Back to pass. Wide open. It's making it look easy. The Tigers 24-0 in the first with 5:32 to go. Strom Electric has been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie region since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects and well pump installations. Strom Electric is licensed and insured in Washington, Idaho. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or install a well water pump, call them at 208-835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. That's 208-835-2331. I want to thank all of our sponsors who make these broadcasts free for you. We don't have to charge you because we're getting paid by them and allows us to be live and free like we always want to be. So we just ask, when you are in that local area, please support the sponsors that made these games free for you and thank them if you get a chance. Well, it's all Kendrick right now. We thought this was going to be a real close game. Didn't expect any team to blow it out, but Kendrick is off to a very hot start. Hotter than a pepper sprout. And they kick it right to one of the front men who caught it. That was Braxton Gamet. He's got pretty good hands.
Got it on a bullet. That was a...
Yeah, and he's only 10 yards from the guy. Got it off the foot. If he could have just got through the first line of defense, he would have had a 55-yard touchdown run. So Butte needs to get in the end zone. They looked great against Council when we did the game last week. It was 40-6, and they took it. They had their JV playing most of the second half, or they could have been 80-6. Duke will fake, roll out. He's got a player, and he's got the ball. Crouch will haul it in at the 25-yard line. Good gain on first down for the Pirates.
It was one-on-one out there with Kimberling, and he was able to get the catch, and that's the first down and the big play that Butte County's been looking for. Their first one this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line. I love watching 8-man football because it's so wide open. Lots of big runs, lots of passes. This is not a game where good two teams you're going to see 12-10 or something like that. They're high-scoring affairs. Razor Duke will keep it himself, and they're starting to push him down the field, which is legal in football now. And that's a gain of about 8. The old school, back in the day, that was always a penalty. But it happened so many times that the ref didn't call it, that they just made it a rule. Which, you can do it now.
Just makes you think of that Reggie Bush against Notre Dame play,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly. But, Notre Dame was pushing their runners too, so it was a good rule. Some people don't like it. I'm just like, the less yellow flags in a field, the better game. So let them do it. They were all doing it anyway. Duke fakes it. A short pass to Westergaard, and he's inside the 10.
That was a good play. Duke had it in the gut of that first running back there that cut inside, pulls it out, almost rips it away from his own guy and pitches it out, and they get a big gain and a first down out of it.
Knocking on the door with 4 minutes left here, 4:07 to be exact, in the first period of play.
Hunter Taylor has to come off, a little shaken up after the play. Silflo will come in for him.
Duke fakes the pitch, and he's going to get a touchdown run of about 8 yards, we'll call it. So the Pirates are on the board.
Yeah, there's the answer that they've been looking for. They had a turnover on the first drive, went 3 and out on the next, and able to punch it down and pick up a big score.
Now, they need to keep pace with the 2-point conversions. Kendrick has made 3 of them. So if they don't get this 2-point conversion, that would take them 3 scores to get the lead. Out of the I formation. They hand it off. Cutting, and he'll be tackled hard. That looked like Cook that made the tackle. And so the run is no good. And the score, 24-6 here in the first period on IdahoSports.com.
Like you said, Gary, you need to convert these, right? This is a perfect example. Now you're down 18.
Right.
You can't catch up. And the reality is they're not going to kick field goals. That's just not what happens in 8-man. You now need 3 scores to catch up. You can get 2, and the conversion, you're still not there.
Yeah, I've always thought now that soccer is a lot more popular, there's a lot of Americans that are good with their feet. When I was growing up, there wasn't soccer, wasn't popular. We didn't play a sport that you would use your feet. It was just in football. There was a guy that punted, a guy that kicked. That was it. So Americans we're coordinated with our hands, but not so with our feet. But that's the old days. There's so many soccer programs now that Americans are getting better with their feet. And the perfect example of that is soccer. You can't touch it with your hands, so.
I mean, there's a couple of players in Idaho right now that are top 20 in terms of kicking in the country.
Nice bounce to the returner. He'll pick it up, scoots through. He's still on his feet near the 40-yard line. He's pushed back. Trying to get a number on who that returner was. It is number 10, Taylor.
So it looks like he's okay after coming out for a second. You know, Skyview has a kicker that's he's a 5-star recruit for kicking, and Mountain View also has one. Highland had one for years and years, and I mean he single-handedly kicked a couple of teams out of the state tournament with 50-plus yard field goals.
Wow. I just saw that on a Facebook thing that the punter for BSU, Boise State, is leading the nation in punting. How about that? There's a fumbled snap, and they finally get it to the runner, but a late flag is thrown in, and that's way in the backfield. I don't know what that was.
I wonder if it has to do something with the ball being down, and I don't know if the ball was shoved to Hewitt, and if they didn't like the pass.
Maybe it was I don't know, personal foul face mask against the defense. So that's a killer for Butte. They had a good first down play for a loss, but they'll give up 15 yards to the face mask.
And that's brutal because, yeah, you pushed Kendrick back, which you haven't been able to do much so far today, and now all of a sudden you move it forward and it's a first down and they're inside your own territory.
24-6, Kendrick in front now with the football. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. There's a pitch. Cutting. One cut. Boy, they've got some good athletes. Hewitt looks sharp. He's fast and quick as a cat, and they were lucky to get him down. Looked like he was going to break another one.
He's going to make that first guy miss more often than not, especially in open field. I mean, you're going to have to be very disciplined and a good football player to bring him down on that first stop.
I'll tell you, this is a well-oiled 8-man football team, Kendrick, going for 3 in a row. Butte defense has their hands full to try to stop this. And it's not easy because in 8-man football, it's wide open. They fake the pitch, looking for a pass down, and they get what they needed, a quarterback sack. That's number 9 in on the sack, Coden Croche.
Yeah, Kep tried to step up into that throw, and Croche brought him down. They lost about 2 yards, so it'll be about 3rd down and 7 here for the Tigers.
Now, I don't think this is necessarily 4-down territory because if they don't get it, they'd give up good field position. So they're going to have to get the first down or get very, very close where it's maybe 3rd and 1. Fake the pass, fake the run, then throw a nice screen pass. That's going to be Hewitt. Will take it for a first down at about the 36-yard line.
That was a perfectly designed play. The wall of blockers in front of Hewitt. He could have gone. He went inside. He could have gone outside. He had 3 different blockers up there in front of him and sprung him forward for that first down.
Yeah, he had an orange and black wall in front of him. I thought it was going to go from a lot more, but credit the defense for the Pirates to stop them. And trailing 24-6, the defense has to stop them on this drive, but I don't know. It's hard to do when you got so many good athletes. And these guys have a lot of confidence. A lot of these kids have played for 2 state championships. They'll give it to Clemenhagen. He's around the end, and he's near a first down. Tackled by Westergaard.
It's almost like they're running and they know exactly where that hole's going to open up because they hit it so quickly. They stretch it outside and then cut it back inside right at the point where that hole opens. And it's been 7-8 yards pretty much on the ground when they want it for Kendrick, and that time they get about 8.
And if you don't think 8-man football can translate into college, it certainly can. All I have to do is look at Leighton Vander Esch, 8-man football player from Riggins, Salmon River. He's only playing for the Dallas Cowboys for like 5 years now, 6 years. And they're going to call that arm forward, a pass while he was tackled. I think his arm was going forward, so they're going to call an incomplete pass, I think.
Yeah, I never saw anything that would indicate a fumble. It's probably going to be intentional grounding. There was nobody in the area, and I don't think that ball got past the 30-yard line, so it never crossed the line of scrimmage.
Yes, intentional grounding. I believe that's 10 yards and loss of a down.
Yeah, and you said it, Gary, with the 8-man.
.57 seconds left here in this first period of play. 24-6 in favor of the Kendrick Tigers.
But it seems like the players that come to the NFL come from the 8-man level, like Matt Paradis as well from Council.
There's another one. They can translate to 11-man football eventually. There's a pass, and a nice catch, but a great strip by Razor Duke that stopped Twite from hauling it in. So this will be 4th down on the 38-yard line. Let's see if they want to punt. Or if they want to go for this. It's not giving them a great field position at the 38.
This is that no man's land territory, I think, for most teams where unless it's about 20 yards, they're probably going to go for it in this area because, like you said, you punt it away and, you blast it through the end zone. You surrender 18 yards by giving it up where you're at, right? If it comes out to the 20 and, best case scenario, it gets down inside the 10 and still.
They're going for it. And if you're up 24-6, it makes the decision a little bit easier, I would imagine. Back to pass. Fakes it. He's going long. He's got him out there. Just overthrew Taylor. That would have been another 6. And I like to see that. Coden Croce just showed some sportsmanship and helped the player up. Look, these days there's a lack of sportsmanship around for some people. I love it, and I'll always point it out when I see high school kids with great sportsmanship. And Croce did just that.
Well, I've seen a lot of it this year, Gary. I feel like guys helping each other up and, knowing that nothing here is personal.
I don't like to generalize much, but I see it a lot more in kids than I do the adults watching.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yes. It's sad, huh?
It is. Duke back to pass. He'll throw the bomb. And a little contact, no yellow flag. They were both going for the ball. So that'll be 2nd and 10 with 39 seconds to go in our opening frame. Here from Middleton High School, Gary Jones alongside Logan Green. Happy to bring it out to you on IdahoSports.com. I always wanted to say IdahoSports.com, but Paul was afraid I was going to get sued because there's an old commercial used to do that. But
some kind of jingle?
Yeah, they're gone now. We need a jingle. First man through has the football, and he's almost got a first down. They might give it to him depending on the spot of the ball.
Yeah, they're motioning forward. He's got the first down. That was a nice cut inside to pick up the first down. Butte County kind of has found their footing here after those first 2 drives went for basically nothing.
If they can turn this into points here on this drive, they'll be right back in this ball game. Probably the last play of the first period coming up. 11 seconds and counting on the clock. First guy through, they fake it to him. Duke has it, and he'll keep it for another first down. Yep, they're going to stop the clock with 3 seconds. They'll start it when they reset the chains, but they'll probably let the 3 seconds run off. We'll have the second period at our call here. Actually, the clock says 0-0-0, so they ran it down before. At the end of 1 period of play, Kendrick 24, Butte County 6.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos?
I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/GoVandals. Go Vandals!
George Brocky and Sons is a fourth-generation family of business that has been pricing quality peas, lentils, garbanzo beans, Australian winter peas, and rapeseed for over 65 years to north central Idaho and southeast Washington. These products are cleaned and then shipped under the top-notch and sun-dried brand to nearly every continent on the earth. Our worldwide customers have come to expect quality products in every shipment. At George F. Brocky and Sons, we build relationships with our loyal customers to help maximize yields and ensure quality. Stop by our facility in Kendrick and say hello, and as always, go Tigers. First run there gets a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be second down for the Pirates. Trying to cut into this deficit they're facing. They're down by 18 right now, 24-6.
Got to give it to them. As the way this game started, they could have just folded in, but they've come back out, scored, got a stop, and now can cut into this lead.
There's a run up the middle. Blitzer went right by the run. It was a good fake. And that's Crouch who ran the ball. Good defense. They held him basically for no gain. So this is 3rd and 6. And once again, this is, since it's inside the 40, probably 4-down territory.
It's a big hit by Clemenhagen there to stop any more forward progress.
I'm not surprised Butte County's coming back. I watched them play. They're a darn good football team. And they just got off to a slow start, but they're getting themselves back in it. Duke will pitch it out to Westergaard. Westergaard around the end, and he'll be tackled. It'll be 4th down. You know, they're a run-heavy team.
They are.
And right now, Kendrick is really stopping the run. I think it's probably the first time these guys haven't run a ball as effectively as they would like.
And it almost looked like Kendrick was going to pick off that option pitch back. They blew through the line and were almost there to take that one away.
And that'd be a pick 6 the other way easily. Here we go, 4th. We'll call it a long 4. They'll hand it off, and they've got a first down and more as Westergaard still on his feet, and he broke free. He's all the way down to the 15-yard line. And one of the players from Kendrick getting up slowly, that's Wyatt Fitzmaurice. He's okay.
And he fought through 3 or 4 different tackles there and kept up on his feet.
1st and 10 now from the 16-yard line. First guy through has the football. He'll gain about 3 or 4 yards before being tackled. That was Roberts. Excuse me, Gamet.
It looked like Fitzmaurice in on the tackle there for Kendrick.
9:30 to go till our half. We'll have a player of the game announced at the end, brought to you by the Idaho Transportation Department. Once again, they hand off to Twitchell. He's close to first down yardage. I think they're stopping the clock, which means he has the first down inside. Let's see where they put it. It's going to be about the 5-yard line, I believe.
I think it's 3rd down. They're going to say 3rd and... Nope, you're right. It is first down.
Yeah, I thought it was first because the referee was waving to stop the clock, which means he thinks it's a first down. It's at the 6, not the 5. So 1st and goal from the 6. And they have 4 downs to do it. They'll pitch it out wide. Defense is out there, and they'll tackle him for no gain. That was Twitchell on the run.
Butte County's almost eaten up 4 minutes on this drive to in the second quarter. You know, they had a couple of plays in the first quarter on this drive, but they want to take time off the clock. They don't want Kendrick to have that ball in their hands.
I just love this facility. This is the best view of football field I've had in a long time. I'm even looking through 2 glass planes to my right. Could they put glass walls so you can see the periphery up here? Whoever designed this press box knew what they were doing. Wonderful facility here at Middleton High. Duke rolls out. He's got a lot of green if he wants to run. Now he's going to cut back and go the other way. Dodges one player. He's got a player in the end zone. Off the hands, no good. That was Boston Anderson they were trying to get it to.
There's 2 flags here, and this is what you see when a quarterback keeps the ball for that long, is those big guys up front, they can't hold the block forever, right? And eventually the defender is going to get through, and they're just grabbing at anything they can to slow them down, and eventually they're going to get some jersey or pad and get called for a hold.
One of the Butte County players, number 10, Twitchell, that's Rawson Twitchell. He was kind of shook up. You can see him. He's bending over, and now he's going to come off the field. He took a shot somewhere on his body.
And he's still hunched over there on the sideline.
I didn't see the sign on the penalty, did you?
It was a hold.
So they'll back it up. 2nd and goal now from the 16-yard line. In motion. They find a receiver on the left side. He makes one miss. He'll cut across the middle, and he's in the end zone. Let's see who that was. That is Coden Croche, 16-yard pass from Duke.
Nice job. He caught it on the outside and cut in. He had a couple of blockers in front of him, and he takes it in for 6. And just like that, Butte County's cut the lead down to 12 now.
$7:42 to go in the half. And they can make this a 24-14 game with the conversion here. Duke will roll left. Looks like he pitches it, and they're not going to get it. So the second failed conversion leaves the score 24-12 with 7:42 to go here in the first half on IdahoSports.com. Looking for your next new home, farm, ranch, investment, or commercial property? If so, look no further than Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate for help. With over 22 years of experience in North Central Idaho, they are licensed in both Washington and Idaho to make your dreams a reality wherever they may be. 2 great agents to serve you with one mission to help you with all of your real estate needs. The choice is easy when it comes to real estate in the LC Valley and surrounding areas. Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate. The Hobarts are proud to support Kendrick Athletics and want to wish the Tigers good luck today.
Again, we said this earlier, but if you're watching and want to give a shout out, just send us an email to Logan@IdahoSports.com. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're watching out there. If you want to give a shout out, we'd love to talk to you. We had a couple last week on the air in Burley. It's always fun to have people tuning in. And
yeah, we used to do that when we ran the computer at State. I haven't been doing it for years now. I never thought I could give out my own email and do that. I'm going to have to think about that for State basketball.
yeah, you just make your own, make a new Gmail, Gary. Just Gary Jones, Idaho Sports or something. Then that could be your burner email account.
I didn't even give him my real account. I don't care if I'm not going to get spammed up on that.
No, I've been giving mine out for a while.
Here's a kickoff. It's a regular boot. Fielded at about the 17-yard line. He's got green grass in front of him, and another good run by Taylor out near the 40-yard line.
And Brian McKenzie was the guy who came in with the shoelace grab for Butte County, or else there was more turf to run in front. There was a nice wall that opened up, a nice path right there around the 25-yard line, and he hit it hard and got all the way down to the 39.
7:36 to go in our half. The Tigers have doubled up the Pirates now 24-12. The Butte County defense has been playing better the last few rounds here after giving up 3 quick touchdowns. There's a nice wide receiver screen. Still on his feet is Taylor, and he's got a first down at the 47-yard line of Butte County.
And Archibald with the tackle, and as soon as Archibald got Taylor down on the ground, he immediately, like you said, Gary, reached down to help him up. I mean, the second he was down on the ground.
I love it. In the old school, don't help him up, don't help him up. Did we lose because I helped him up? I don't think so. Just got to show sportsmanship. Sports is great, but sportsmanship has the word sports in it, so they're closely related as far as I'm concerned. First and 10. In motion. A quick wide receiver screen to Twite. He's got some running room. Still on his feet, inside the 35-yard line.
So when Kendrick goes wide, we've seen 2 straight of these semi-screen passes, on the outside. And they've caught it, and they've had so much space to run as soon as they've caught it. And they've picked up a first down both times.
So they got their offense clicking again. And they got a first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, Gary, I've got a shout-out here from Angie Twite. Says, shout out to the Tigers from Mrs. Twite's 4th grade class
there
at
we go.
Julietta Elementary. Hey, kids, watching.
Those 4th graders, you grew up, you want to be a Tiger, don't you? Handoff to the first man through. That's Twite. Speaking of Twites.
I'm sure they're related.
Oh, excuse me. That was Hewitt. I got the wrong number there.
That's why, this is one thing. I wish I knew all the relationships, because sometimes it's a parent, sometimes it's an aunt, a grandma. And
speaking of that, our player of the game at JB was Cade Silflo. I thought it was Tim's son, and it's not. It's his cousin.
See,
he said he was running the chains in that first game, and he said, I got a text, hey, your son scored. He knew I had said that. So, yeah, I assumed.
And as I think they got a first down there. People are quick to call us out when we're wrong on it. So it's like I never want to say
when you're in a
it.
little town like these schools are and you have the same name, I'm going to be right 80% of the time if I think they're related. Well, they were related. This wasn't his son. It was his cousin.
I mean, I think of, Prairie. I can't think of the names, but Prairie had about 5 or 6 players all with the same last name, and some were siblings and some were cousins of those siblings, and they were twins, and I can't remember the exact relationship, but it made it nice and confusing.
First and 10 from the 21. I think Butte just called a timeout. They did. 4:58 to go in the half. 24-12. Kendrick on top. Strom Electric has been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie region since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects and well pump installations. Strom Electric is licensed and insured in Washington and Idaho. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or to install a well water pump, call them 208-835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. That's 208-835-2331. I want to thank all of our sponsors to make these broadcasts live and free for you.
Again, we'll give them one more shout out. That's Mrs. Twite's 4th grade class at Julietta Elementary. They sent in a shout out. Again, Logan at IdahoSports.com. It is Nathan's mom. She just emailed me back.
Oh, okay.
So we've got it. We've got the relationship.
Oh, don't be too nervous, Mom.
You don't have to look like an idiot, Gary.
There's a pass in the end zone. He's got a receiver, and it's there. And guess who it is, Mom? Your son, Nathan Twite, just scored, catching a 21-yard touchdown pass.
Well, he couldn't have scripted that any better.
No.
Right on the money. Twite was able to get away from his defender on the sideline. Goes up, and the pass was right on the money from Kep. Touchdown, Kendrick.
And they'll go for 2 here as they've increased the lead now to 30-12. 4:52 to go in the half. Running to his right, throwing across his body, one hopped it in, so the pass is no good.
The defender went flying over him, just a lot of speed there, couldn't slow down. I thought Kep might have had the space to run there on the right side. I guess I saw it differently than he did. It's obviously different when you've got 6 guys running straight at you, but a nice drive by Kendrick, and they pushed the lead back up to 18.
And with 4:50 to go, 30-12 is our official score.
Again, thanks to the game night sponsors from North and East Idaho. P1FCU for North Idaho game night, and then over in East Idaho, Ermac Pediatrics, as well as Teton Auto Group. That includes Teton Honda and Volkswagen, as well as Auto Credit in Idaho Falls, and then Teton Honda down in Pocatello.
I want to see the rest of the schedule for Kendrick. On October 6th, they play Timberline Weeip at Kendrick. They play Grace at Homedale, their second game at Homedale. Oh, no, excuse me, that was Butte that went to Homedale.
Yeah. So both of these teams will play at Homedale this year.
Then they close out Deary at home October 20th. I'll give you a Butte County schedule when we have a little time.
And we will be there for that Kendrick Grace game.
So just 7 games on the schedule for the Tigers. There's a kick that's dropped. They pick up the ball, and now he'll just hang on. That was Razor Duke, and there was a guy flying in. He was well advised to take a duck and get under that tackle.
That was Orion Stewart, who was coming in hot, and he was looking to take somebody out there.
He was coming in hot, was right. Then sometime in the second half, I'm going to go over the media and the coaches poll. We always wonder, who's smarter, the media or the coaches? And then my favorite, the power rankings. Well, I'll talk to you about the power rankings, which really aggravate a lot of our fans at Idaho Sports, but I'll try to explain what that is. There's a run and a lot of room up the middle. Still on his feet, driving those legs. He's finally knocked down, trying to get a number there. That is number 10.
First down picked up there.
Rawson Twitchell getting a first down all by himself. He drug some defenders to the first down and beyond it.
Got a shout out from Michelle Peterson, watching in the car with my mom, and let's go Butte County. Shout out to my dad, Coach P, and all the coaches and players. Oh, I guess that's a different. I don't know how to. Is it Aurelia? She added her name at the end, and I don't know how to. Arilia.
Which town she from?
Arco, Butte County. Arilla Peterson. Well, either way, shout out.
It's not Ariga, is it?
No, it's got an L.
I'm trying to see anybody on the team with that. I don't see anybody on the team with it.
I always say this. I grew up in North Carolina. I didn't learn how to speak English till I went to.
Oh, you let pert near and things like that.
Yeah, it took me a while to learn English.
Duke will fake. This looks like a screen. And it is. And it's completed. Oh, and then he dropped it. And I'll tell you what, he had room to run if he could have hung on to that ball. That was Twitchell dropping it.
And that was dangerous. Clemenhagen almost picked that one off.
He did.
And that would have been, if he fell down afterwards, so he might have gone down there. But if he had kept his feet and got 2 hands on it, he's dancing in that Middleton end zone right now.
You know, Butte County is looking for their first state title. Kendrick has 5, 1991, 2000, 2001, 2021, and 22. So they've had 2 back-to-back titles. Butte's looking for that elusive first, which is so, I mean, that's the one that you want the most. That's the most special, the very, very first one for a school. Duke's going to throw a bomb, and it gets over the defender, and a great catch coming down on his back. He's getting up slowly. Let's see the number on that. That's Westergaard. The defender went for the interception, but went over his head, and Westergaard is getting up with a little limp. He's not coming out, though. He's a tough nut.
How did he get that? I mean, he really went up and caught it at the high point of his jump and timed it just right, and a huge pickup for Butte County. That would have been a tough situation for them way back in that end, bringing up a 4th down.
Okay, ball on the 32-yard line now, 33-yard line, 3:17 and counting. Duke's going to keep it himself, and he'll gain about 3 or 4 yards, maybe 5, 2nd down.
Hey, Gary, we've got another shout-out from a guy named Paul Kingsbury watching from his car. Hopefully he's watching while he's driving. That sounds very safe.
It's hard to watch and drive at the same time, isn't it?
Nothing's impossible for Paul Kingsbury. And, I can't knock anybody's driving because I've driven with Paul a couple times, and I'm the one who's gotten pulled over twice.
Oh,
and not him.
Did you talk yourself out of that ticket?
One of them I didn't. One of them it was in Blackfoot. I did not even see the stop sign. Like I was looking to turn, like the fat kid I am, trying to turn into the Wendy's there, and I missed the stop sign and got pulled over.
3rd and 5. Back to pass. Duke could run this. He's going to try to run a first down. He'll have the first down inside the 20 and out of bounds. Well, let me say hi to my boss, Paul Kingsbury, an ex-student. One of my TAs. I made him my TA so he could help me with science room and baseball field. He was a good guy, is a good guy.
All right, we have another shout-out from Julietta Elementary School. This is Heather Anderson. Assistant coach is her husband, Matt Anderson.
First down from the 20. First man through has it. Still on his feet, and he might score. He's at the 5. He's in the end zone. That is Brody Westergaard with a 20-yard touchdown run, and Butte comes back up on the board.
So, Gary, this touchdown gives them 18 points, and it's hard to play apples to oranges comparison, or apples to apples, right? But Kendrick, earlier this season, they played Oakley, right? And Oakley has been the team to beat in 1A D1 football the last couple years. They've won 3 in a row. And Butte County would like to take that title from them, right? And hanging around with Kendrick is something, Oakley did it in the first half, but then in the second half got run away from. But right now, Butte County is, in comparing the two games, they've looked a little bit better to me.
They get to within 10 with a 2-point conversion. They'll roll, they pitch it, flags all over the place, and it's no good. Wait till it was good because he got the cone. He got the pylon, I guess I should call it. But this is probably going to come back. Had he not hit the pylon, it was just illegal shift. They had 2 guys moving at the same time.
And that wasn't even a live action play, Gary. So, it wasn't a hold. It wasn't a block or anything like that. It was pre-snap. But
they'll back it up 5 yards. It'll be an 8-yard try for 2.
Well, like I was saying, if you compare, Oakley, it was 44-22. Oakley had ran back the opening kickoff and then only scored 2 offensive touchdowns in that whole game. Butte County has 3 here already in this one. So if you look at just that alone, Butte County doing a little bit better than Oakley did.
Back to pass is Duke. Right over the middle, and he's got it. Westergaard will haul in the conversion, and that's the first time they've had the 2-point conversion. So it's 10-point lead now for the Tigers from Kendrick, 30-20 over the Butte County Pirates.
But then at the same time, I'm talking about that comparison. If you look, 44 points, that's all that was given up in that game by Oakley, and already 30 given up here by Butte County. So, again, you can't compare. It is impossible to say, well, they did this, so this is what's going to happen if these two meet. But I will say, you look at it and say, I don't know if there's as much separation in that top 5 or 6 teams in 1A D1 that you see at 1A D2. I think it's Kendrick, and then there's a step down to Camas County, and then there's another step to probably Garden Valley, and then after that it's a pretty big step down, I believe, just from what I've seen this year. And, Kendrick looking again to go 3 in a row.
There's a pooch kick. Picked up by Taylor, and he's tackled immediately. Good play in there by Charles Bragg for the Pirates.
Maybe a little momentum here for Butte County. There's only 1 minute and 37 seconds left, so not a ton of time, but we'll see if maybe they can come up with a big play on defense.
30-20 is our score. Kendrick has led this entire first half. By the way, I was going to give you the schedule for Butte County. They have Chalice at home next week on the 6th. Then they have Raft River at Raft River on the 13th of October. Then they finish their regular season with Grace at Grace, October 20th. Back to pass. He'll throw a complete pass. Didn't get out of bounds, I don't believe, so the clock's going to keep running. 1:26 and counting. Good throw by Kep. His favorite target's been Hunter Taylor tonight. Today, I should say.
Clock rolling here down to 1 minute and 10 seconds.
I think they're happy with a 10-point lead. They're not really hurrying up that much. There's a little screen pass that's down low, hits the ground. That'll stop the clock with 62 ticks to go. That was Hewitt that tried to do the shoelace catch. Those are difficult when you're running.
Remember, Butte County will get the kickoff, right? I believe Kendrick got it to start.
They did.
And so Butte County, if they can stop them here, get the ball back to start the half and score again, all of a sudden it's a one-score game after getting down 24-0 to start.
And if Butte wants to get the ball back, I think they have 2 timeouts left, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's third down. You know, if they get a stop right here.
And call a timeout, maybe block a punt or get a good run back.
The thing with a game like this, it's not going to count at the end of the year in terms of your standing in your division. So you might as well do all you can to get it done.
In motion is Hewitt. Quarterback's going to run it. He's got some running room and see if he gets out of bounds. He stays in bounds all the way up. He'll step out at the 45-yard line of Butte. No, make it the 47-yard line. They mock him back a couple yards. So that stops the clock with 51 seconds to go, and they're in the scoring side of the 50-yard line now.
Yeah, now the script flips, right? They've got a chance now to, if you're Kendrick, to maybe try and get something done here.
I think Kendrick called a timeout as well. I think both teams have 2 timeouts, if I'm not mistaken.
And looks like Butte County's going to take a timeout right now.
Yeah, they want to talk about it. George F. Brocky & Sons is a 4th-generation family business that has been pricing quality peas, lentils, garbanzo beans, Austrian winter peas, and rapeseed for over 65 years to north central Idaho and southeast Washington. These products are cleaned and then shipped under the top-notch and sun-dried brands to nearly every continent on the earth. Our worldwide customers have come to expect quality projects in every shipment. At George F. Brocky & Son, we build relationships with our loyal customers to help maximize yields and ensure quality. Stop by our facility in Kendrick and say hello and always go Tigers. Every continent on the earth, I'm going to guess Antarctica is the only one they don't send it to.
You mean they're not growing anything down there?
Well, Antarctica needs peas and garbanzo beans, lentils more than anybody. Not a lot of gardens there.
You think you'd be able to get something going down there maybe, right? It's not full of ice.
What's the shipping to the Antarctic cost, though?
Oh, it's not that far from Argentina, I guess, right? It's
you truck it down to Argentina, then you ship it in boat.
It's just a short boat ride from here.
Here we go. 1st and 10. He's got protection. He'll throw a long bomb. This might be intercepted. It is. And tackled immediately. That was not a good pass from Kep. And an easy interception for Brody Westergaard. And with 44 seconds left, the Pirates have it back.
Man, talk about a great use of your timeout there for Butte County, right? They used the timeout that they've got, and on the first play after the timeout, they get an interception. And even if they just end the half here and prevent Kendrick from scoring,
that's a win.
That's a win.
Yes, it is. And the ball's at the 20-yard line. So they're 80 yards from pay dirt. But once again, this is 8-man football, and it's a lot. You take 3 players out of there, there's a lot more room for big plays to happen.
You can just keep it on the ground and hold on to the ball, and you never know.
Razor Duke wants to run this himself. He's on the left side, pursued by the defense, and he'll be tackled for virtually no gain. 35 seconds and counting. Clock's going to run, so I think Butte County's going to be happy with being within 10 points of Kendrick here in the first half. See if they want to try a long pass here. going to be an option from the quarterback. He'll option it out to Westergaard, and he'll run out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 11 seconds to go.
So maybe one more play here. They pick up 12 from the interception spot, so now it's only about 68 yards to the end zone.
I'm looking for some reverse when you get people sweeping and then you reverse a guy. And if you fool a bunch of people on that, a lot of grass in front of you to run.
Kendrick will keep a couple guys back there, say, hey, you know what? Sure, pick up 20, 30 yards. We don't care about that.
Yeah, we just got to stop him from getting in the end zone. Now they have a tight formation. Now splitting out wide is Crouch. He's in motion. And he'll come up the sidelines. They're going to give it. There's a little give and go, a little lateral after a catch, trying to go for a fancy play, and it worked.
And they get out of bounds.
And going into the bench after a tackle, he's getting up. He hit hard. That is number 8, Clemenhagen. After he pushed the player around, he ended up in the bench, underneath the bench on the other side. 4 seconds left.
This should probably be the last play, but now again, only 56 yards to the end zone now. So Butte County been able to chip away and make it a more reasonable final play of the half that they'll have here.
See if they're going to run or put the ball in the air. They're going to run it. Westergaard has it, and he'll be tackled short of the first down. That's going to end the first quarter, or first half of play here from Middleton High School. Kendrick 30, Butte County 20. You're enjoying high school football on IdahoSports.com.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. Later, Toyota.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at IRMAC. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapists at IRMAC taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to IRMAC.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos?
I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/govandal. Go Vandals!
Welcome into the Next Steps Idaho Halftime Show. Thinking about what's next for your career or education? Next Steps Idaho can help bring you closer to the life you want to lead.
Can I talk real quick, Gary, about Next Steps Idaho before we get into it? So, great sponsor of our halftime show. They're pushing, and we'll have some more information coming out on it soon, but they're pushing this new program, Idaho Launch, over the next couple weeks. It's going to open up next week on October 6th. It's going to be where if you're a senior of a Idaho high school, so Butte County or Kendrick, if you're a senior, you're going to graduate this year and you're going to attend any university in Idaho. That is University of Idaho, Boise State, ISU. That includes Northwest Nazarene, the College of Idaho, BYU Idaho, LCSC. It includes any university. You can get it's a grant, right, for college up to $8,000. It's pretty awesome. So check that out at nextsteps.idaho.gov. The Idaho Launch Program. More information to come. That'll open up October 6th. Again, if you're a senior looking to go to college next year in Idaho, there are grant opportunities through that.
Let's review the scoring real quick. With 10:42 left in the first period, Fitzsimmons had a 25-yard run. The pass was good, so it was 8-0 Kendrick. Then it became 16-0 Kendrick on a 26-yard run by Hewitt with 8:26 to go. The pass was good. Then they scored again to make it 24-0. This time a 52-yard run by Hewitt at 5:31. The pass was good for 2. So at this point in time, it's 24-0. Butte finally got on the board with an 8-yard run by the quarterback, Razor Duke, with 4:02 left in the first. The run was no good. The Butte scored again in the start of the second period with 7:42 to go. A 16-yard pass from, to Croce from Duke. Once again, they did not make their 2-point conversion. That made it 24-12. Kendrick responded with a 21-yard pass from Duke to Twite, and that was with 4:52 to go to the half. That made the run was no good, so that made it 30-12. And then Butte was the last one on the score. Westergaard had a run, a 20-yard run. They finally made a conversion on a pass. That makes the score 30-20, which we're sitting here at halftime. So I always like to make my color man a football coach. All right. First of all, you're coaching Butte. What are you emphasizing at halftime in your locker room talk?
I'm saying we got to get stops. I mean, when they've been able to get a stop, they've turned it into points. And outside, Gary, look, really the difference in this game, you look at that first drive, right? They turned the ball over. They turned the ball over. Kendrick quickly turned that into points. And really that's the main difference in this game. There's not a ton of separation. If they were able to convert some of their conversions, that would be the difference in the game, a turnover. And if I'm Butte County, I'm going after the ball. I need to force turnovers. That's what I think they need to do right now. They're hanging in pretty tough, only down 10 at the half here. So far, I think we've seen them have success through the air. That Duke to Westergaard connection has worked pretty well for the Pirates. Westergaard has a little height advantage pretty much against anybody out there. And I would look to go to him here in the second half and see if you can make up some points.
Okay, you're Kendrick's football coach. You're up by 10 at the half. Do you do a lot of changes?
No, I tell my guys, let's fix some of these defensive mishaps that we've had. I think if they go back and look, they'll say, we should have had a stop here, or we should have had a stop there, and really keeping my foot on the gas pedal. It can be hard when you're a team like Kendrick where you're used to blowing out people, you're used to winning by a lot, to not pull off the gas pedal. And this is going to be a good test for both of these teams. Again, we mentioned it. A lot of wins the rest of the way on the schedule, at least on paper for these guys on both sides, and they both want to come away with a win here. It'll really help things going forward, especially for Butte County. You think about Max Prep's rankings. But, if I'm Kendrick, I say let's keep going. Let's snap out of it. And we've seen a couple of bad passes from Kep, which is not typical, like the interception on that last drive. Let's just get back to our Kendrick football that we play so well. And, again, last month, or I guess early this month, when Kendrick played at the Battle in Boise, they pulled away in the second half against Oakley. And, they have that in their back pocket and say we were able to do that, and we'll see if they can do that again here in this matchup today.
I want to give some love to the coaches. In his 12th season as head coach, Zane Hobart leads the Kendrick Tigers. His assistant coaches, Greg Frisbee, Matt Anderson, and Ken Hobart. Butte County, under Sam Thorngren, he's been there a while, 18 years at the head of Butte County. That's just outstanding. And his assistants, Brian Higgison, Chris Peterson, Russ Cummings, and Ryan McAfee. Now, that isn't the Chris Peterson at BSU. No. I don't think so.
No.
So I hope you're enjoying this game on IdahoSports.com. We got a big slate of games this evening. Get on our website and look at the game streams. And just click on it. You can watch any game stream you want. And then if you want to keep track of all the scores, our Friday Night Flash is there, all 6 divisions. You just click on it, find out the score of your favorite teams.
Well, thanks for joining us for the Next Steps halftime show. We'll take a quick break and be back with the second half of action here on IdahoSports.com.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Thanks for watching the Next Steps Idaho halftime show. Thinking about what's next for your career or education? Next Steps Idaho can bring you closer to the life you want to lead.
Again, thanks to all the shout. We've gotten a couple of shout-outs here so far to start this one off. Let me see if I got any more. Oh, I got one here. Gary from Doug Silflo. Shout out to the Kendrick Tigers from Doug Silflo and the crew at Silflo Construction. Wishing the Tigers best of luck. He says his son Jack Silflo was one of the big linemen that helped the Tigers win back-to-back state titles, and he says they're looking for the three-peat.
The three-peat. A good athletic program going on at Kendrick right now, and Butte County. A lot of athletes on these from both of these teams.
I guess I forgot to say, if you want to add your name to the shout-out, it's just Logan at IdahoSports.com. If you want to do that, we'll get you hooked up, and we'll take a chance here. Gary talked about some of the power boosters for these squads, and again, power boosters are what makes it possible for us to do this all year long. You've seen the website, everybody. You're obviously watching this game. Polls, standings, everything like that. And, it's just really 3 people behind the scenes kind of making sure everything runs. So being a power booster helps everything go at IdahoSports.com. Helps this game come to you live and free from wherever you're at. So be sure to reach out to me if you're interested in being a power booster. It's just Logan at IdahoSports.com. You get a link right there on the broadcast. You also get a banner that goes on your school's page. People can click it and go to your website. Gets you some coverage as well, but it helps us bring you coverage live and free from everywhere.
And our power boosters from Butte County, ATC Communications, Pickles Place, and Ivy's. There's the kickoff. And Butte will return. He bobbles it, trying to pick it up. Number 5 has it now, and he'll run around and get tackled down. That is Brian McKenzie who returned that ball. So Butte will take over, trailing by only 10. In high-scoring 8-man football, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's really just a play away, a drive away from this being a 2-point game. And you go back and say, man, if you're Butte County, if you could have converted some of those in there, you would have been in a lot better position.
Okay, they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Hands off to the first man through. That's Twitchell, and he's tackled after about a 5-yard gain. Second and 5. Plenty of games on slate tonight on IdahoSports.com. Get on our website and look at GameStreams, and maybe your favorite team is out there. Duke hands off to Twitchell again. He's got some running room, but the defense closes on him quickly, but he'll still power through for a first down.
And I think this is part of it. Gary, you talked about what should we do in the second half. Butte County's been able to pick up yardage after initial contact. They've been pushing forward, and if I'm Kendrick, I got to wrap up on this, or else all of a sudden you're in a 1-score game.
Well, we've talked about it. Butte's more of a running team than they are a passing team. And you know what running does? It wears you down. You may stop them in the first quarter, the second quarter, but sooner or later you just get worn down by the running for most of the plays, and then you start breaking long ones or getting 10, 15-yard gains. Back to pass is Duke. He'll throw a long bomb. He's got a player out there, and it's a dual catch, which will always go to the receiver. And it is a complete pass all the way down to the 32-yard line. Trying to see the player. I think that was Westergaard to haul that in. It was.
And that's what we're talking about at halftime, right? Use Westergaard to your advantage. He's got a height differential that makes him a weapon, and he goes up with a big catch downfield. We saw him catch the touchdown earlier. We've seen him catch a couple of other big catches, especially on the other side of the ball or the other end of the field there in the second quarter, and there he is again on a big play.
And what the running game will do, it also sets up the passing game. There's just a quarterback run from the get-go. Duke's around the edge. He could get to the end zone. No, he's going to be pushed out near the 10-yard line. So a real successful opening drive here by the Pirates.
So it's another first down. For Butte County.
Remember, it was 24-0 Kendrick, so they can get to within 2 if they can get a score and a 2-point conversion. Duke's going to run it again. No, he's going to pitch it to Westergaard. He's got some running room in the middle. Still on his feet, and he'll score. Touchdown, Westergaard, 13 yards. And it's within 4 now, 30-26.
Brody Westergaard is taking over right now. He is the X factor right now in this game for Butte County as they cut it all the way to 4 points.
And they'll go for 2. They've only made 1 2-point conversion. Looking for a second here. Anderson split way outside. Oh, he fumbled the snap. He's got some trouble, nothing but orange shirts there. He'll throw a pass, and it's complete.
Yeah.
So looked like a broken play, was a broken play, ends up being a successful 2-point conversion. And, folks, we got a ball game with 10:07 left in the third. 2-point lead for the Kendrick Tigers, 30-28.
Yeah, and in the distraction of that snap being high, everybody lost track of Ross and Twitchell, and Twitchell snuck out, and he ends up catching that for the conversion. And just like that, 28-30 now. Butte County was down 24-0 to start this game.
If you look at the coach, you know what I think he's thinking? I think he thought there was a lineman downfield. I kind of thought there was too, but because the coach is out there just staring at the refs, he wants a call. He's asking right now, and I bet you anything, he's saying, I think there was a lineman downfield, but there's no flag, and it's going to be all for naught, and the score is going to remain the same. So we got a dandy ball game. We expected this. I was really surprised that Butte was trailing 24-0 at the start of this game. They're just too good of a team to have that happen to them, and they've fought their way back nicely. And we've got ourselves a ball game now, folks. Pirates kicking off. A little pooch kick. It's loose. Somebody better pick it up, and they do. Running up the middle, and he's got some room. The 40, the 30, the 20. He could go all the way. He does. That is Taylor, and he is dynamite on kickoff returns.
So it was actually Sawyer Hewitt that ran that one in.
Oh, it was?
And talk about a gut punch, and talk about way to throw a punch back if you're Kendrick, right? You've been kind of pushed around. A 28-6 run for Butte County up to that point, and then Hewitt takes it to the house and says enough of that.
Thanks for fixing me. I thought that 19 looked like a 0. It was Hewitt instead of Taylor. And Hewitt's been in the end zone 3 times.
What an answer there by Kendrick.
Hewitt's making a bid for our player of the game, sponsored by the Idaho Transportation Department. They'll go for 2 here. They've only been unsuccessful on 1 of their 2-point conversions. They've made the rest of them. Quarterback sneak. I don't think, did he get in? Yes, there's a signal. He did get in. So just like that, lightning strikes, and it's 36-28. It shouldn't be 38-28, rather. 10-point lead again for the Tigers. They've had some great field position off of the kickoffs, have the Kendrick Tigers, and that one, of course, the field position ended up being the end zone. But they've had some really good returns that have made their offensive drives much shorter than they should be if the defense would hold them away from those long runs. But once again, it's 8-man football on a regulation field. There's a lot of AstroTurf to cover for the defense.
Right now, Camas County leads Hagerman 36-8 at the half. Camas County.
The Mushers.
Yeah, they're the second-place team, and I believe both the coaches and the media poll for 1A D2. And really, in my opinion, that the team that can compete with Kendrick at the D2 level. Butte County, of course, played them a couple weeks ago and trailed at halftime, but ended up pulling away in the second half by a couple of scores.
Here comes the kickoff, and they'll field it on 1 hop. Inside the 30-yard line, tackled immediately. That was Brian McKenzie returning that for the Pirates.
So we'll see how Butte County answers, right? So they go down the field methodically and score, and got to be thinking, here we are. We cut it down to 2. We are in business, and then all of a sudden Kendrick returns that kickoff after the touchdown and gets the conversion, so it stays a 2-possession game.
Duke's going to run it himself. He's got no running room to go there. He might not have made the line of scrimmage. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I don't think they gave him. Now they'll move the stick there, maybe a yard it looks like.
Now, it is a yard, 2nd and 9 with 9:25 and counting here in our third period of play. Split receivers to the right. Duke will throw, and it's caught by Coden Croche, and that gains, let's call it 3rd and 6. Just a couple yard gain on that pass.
That was a big effort for a short gain.
Ball's on the 36. They've got to get to the 42-yard line. I don't know that this is 4-down territory because they're in their own side of the 50-yard line. So it would be a gutsy call, but we'll see what happens on 3rd down. Duke, they do a reverse to Westergaard. Westergaard goes out of bounds. They had to throw the chains down. Let's see where they mark it. I think he's going to be just a little short. No?
No, he's just got it.
Just got it right at the stick. You know, it's hard to tell where the sticks are when those chain guys throw it down and get out of the way, or they'll be run over.
I thought he might go out of bounds initially, but he leaped right at the end, and he leapt forward just enough.
There's a pitch, running room on the outside. Westergaard trying to turn the corner, and he does. He stops, hesitates inside the 50, still on his feet. Now he'll go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Little stiff arm there from Westergaard.
Yeah, and he's been the guy for Butte County the last couple of possessions. We just talked about it. He had the touchdown on the ground. He had the big catch on the last drive, too, and now a big pickup here on the ground, so he can do it all.
He had a great game against Council. Him and Duke. I think we gave Duke player of the game, but it could have easily been Westergaard as well, as they beat Council 40-6 last week. There's a seagull trying to fly into our window here.
Yeah, he's looking for some food.
Oh,
Ooh.
Duke got leveled right as he pitched it. And Gamet carries the ball near a 1st down. They're going to call it 2nd down, but he didn't. He's very close to the sticks.
It was Carson Hogan that came in hot and leveled Duke, but immediately helped him back up. That
Both
takes
of
a lot of a lot of guts to stand in there and pitch it when you know you were just going to get blown up.
Boy, quarterback is a tough position to play in sports. Probably the single most individual position you can play in a team sport, the most important. There's a run, 1st down by Braxton Gamet. He'll move the chains. And Butte, a successful drive so far with 7:40 and counting here in the 3rd. 38-28 in favor of the Kendrick Tigers. They're trying to get 3 straight state championships. Butte is looking for number 1 in their school's history. Razor Duke runs into his own player, but stays on his feet, and he'll get a good gain on 1st down to the 25-yard line.
I'll tell you, Gary, from what we've seen today out of Butte County, they have a great shot at it this year to get that first title. It's hard to believe they never have had one. I know they played for the title when they were Lost Rivers. I think they combined with Mackey that year. But I tell you what, they are rolling right now, looking a lot better than Oakley did against these same Kendrick Tigers.
Duke fumbles a snap, and it went right to him. He popped it up in the air and caught it, but he'll be sacked for a loss of about 5-6 yards. It'll be...
It was more like 10 yards because now it's 6 yards behind the line of
correct.
the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 14, but a huge loss there on 3rd down.
He was like he got that ball back. He tipped it up in the air and was able to turn around and catch it, because if that ball goes over his head and starts bouncing like a pigskin can bounce, it's anybody's football. Nothing takes weird bounces more than a football.
Yeah, it's a unique shape, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know what it's called, oblong spheroid or something. Back to pass, Duke. He's retreated well. He's not close to the 50. Here comes the defense. He'll throw a short pass, but tackled immediately was Twitchell.
That's one where you're trying to set up that screen pass, and you're hoping that the defense just comes like gangbusters in on you and you just dump it down to that first guy. Kendrick backed up, and they were like, we see what's happening here. And that's why Duke had so much time and kept drifting back.
That was Hunter Taylor on the tackle. He's going both ways. Wide receiver on offense and the secondary on defense.
Gary, this might be one of the biggest plays of the game right now here in the middle of the third quarter.
4th and 14. They're not kicking a field goal. They're not punting, so they're going for it. Their JV team converted a 20. From the 20-yard line, it was 4th and goal, and they made a touchdown. See if the varsity can kind of replicate that. Duke running. He beats one tackle, gets up closer, but it's about 5 yards away from the first down. He gave it the old Chico State try, as I like to call it, and he didn't quite make it. It was a good effort, though, by the quarterback.
Yeah, initially did not see the throw he wanted. I thought he was going to get wrapped up there at the line of scrimmage, and I mean, he was only one more missed tackle away from picking up that first down. Now, if you're Kendrick, you get the ball back. If you can put one in, you're up, 16 to 18 points, 2 scores at least, possibly 3. With a quarter and a half to go, you got to be feeling good.
5:02 to go here in our third period of play. Gary Jones alongside Logan Green, happy to bring it all to you on IdahoSports.com. There's a run up the middle for no gain. That was instantly tackled in there. One of the defenders was Charles Bragg. Nowhere to go. So that'll be, well, they might have gained a half a yard. It's virtually 2nd and 10, basically. Nathan Twite split out to the right. In motion is Taylor. They fake it to him. The quarterback's going to keep it, and Kep will get good gain here on 2nd down. Let's see where they put the chain. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. Now, this is not 4-down territory, I wouldn't think, not with them leading by 10.
And Kep can run the ball. That's just something we haven't seen so far this afternoon, and that's something he's done in the past, and he's done well. That hasn't been called for him here today.
There's a good crowd for both of these teams. They've come a long way to watch this football game. Right up the gut. And he breaks the initial line of defense and a first down for Kep as he kept the ball himself, no pun intended. And it'll be first down for the Tigers. That keeps the clock moving. 3:33 to go here in the third. 1st and 10 on a 42-yard line. Taylor will split out to the right. In motion is Hewitt. With the ball is the quarterback. He keeps it himself again. And this is a really good gain on first down. Make it 7-8 yards. We'll call it 7, 2nd and 3. Split receivers, right. Running back is in motion. Back to pass is Kep. He's got a target. And a nice move. Hewitt's in the open. Hewitt down to the 20, the 10, out of bounds inside the 10 on a good pass play. And Hewitt, he's kind of hobbling a little bit. And he's asking to go to the sidelines, I think. So, I don't know, he got a little hitch in his giddy-up. Oh, he's got a cramp. He's laying down and getting his cap. That is nervous. Is there anything more painful than a leg cramp? I'm sure there is. But
not in the moment, right?
Oh, I get him in hunting season. It just kills me. The worst one is your thigh. The calf is bad too, but boy, you get it in your thigh, that is bad. But football players get it in their calf all the time, and that's what Hewitt's getting. So they need to get a banana into him, some potassium, get some fluids in him.
Well, if you watch a lot of early season football, in the heat of summer, you see the guys drinking the pickle juice down in a jar of mustard. I'd rather have the mustard than the pickle juice. I like pickles, but I don't know if I want to drink pickle juice.
I hate mustard. I couldn't possibly.
Oh, Gary, you don't like mustard?
No, it's my least favorite condiment. There's a run up the middle and a touchdown. The quarterback will keep it himself, and that's a big score for Kendrick. They're now up 44-28 with 2:16 to go.
Yeah, Ty Kep on the quarterback keeper gets it in for the score, and now if they can get, what are they up now, 16? If they can get the conversion here, that would be huge.
Now go back to our story. I love pickles. That's why in my hunting trailer I have pickle juice. When I get rid of all my pickles and eat them all, I keep the juice in there and I drink it. Mustard, you can give that to the dogs. I don't want it. He'll fake, rolls out, back of the end zone. Is it a good catch? No, the ground helped him. But still, another touchdown for the Tigers. They lead the Pirates 44-28. 2:16 to go here in the third. Looking for your next new home, farm, ranch, investment, or commercial property? If so, look no further than Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate for help. With over 22 years of experience in north central Idaho, they are licensed in both Washington and Idaho to make your dreams a reality, wherever they may be. Two great agents serve you with one mission, to help you with all of your real estate needs. The choice is easy when it comes to real estate in the LC Valley and surrounding areas. Ken and Valerie Hobart with Windermere Real Estate. The Hobarts are proud to support Kendrick Athletics and want to wish the Tigers good luck today. I want to thank all of our sponsors. Without their help, you guys would not be listening to this game live and free. Our major sponsors: Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. And our Northeastern sponsors: P1FCU Group, Ermac Pediatric, and Teton Auto Group. Here's the kick. It's a little squibber. Oh, it went off the foot of one of the players. They better get on that, and they do. And then what a nail. That was Orion Stewart, and he nailed that runner that got an ovation from the crowd. You could hear the crowd.
Yeah, Brian McKenzie was on the wrong side of that. He got walloped, to say the least. I got a few more shout-outs here, Gary.
Okay.
Shout-out from Hunter Taylor's grandparents watching from Lewiston. They say, "Go Tigers." And then somebody called me out for not having the scoreboard correct. And it's because I am outside of the press box, and I have to go inside to change the computer. And it's like getting choked because I got a headset on, and it gives me whiplash. So that's my fault. But we're up to date now, 44-28.
Duke will take a run, quarterback run, and he'll gain about 3. Call it 2nd and 7. Well, you're lucky I'm not running the computer because nothing would be right. I'm too old for that. There are certain things about being old that are good. That's one of them. I don't have to mess with computers. Duke, back to pass, rolls right. He's got a player cutting in front. Did he catch it? No, that was the runner in front was Boston. Excuse me. No, I think it was Schwecky, but he cut in front and it went over his head, almost fell into the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, they were trying to shoot for Westergaard again. I think Kendrick might have picked up on this, is that they had 2 defenders on Westergaard and had a third come across. So almost half of the defense is taking care of Westergaard.
Somebody else had to be open, huh? 3rd and long. They'll try a draw play, and that's not going anywhere. Wait, he did escape one. Westergaard's still on his feet. He is an elusive running back. The kid's an athlete.
Yeah, they tried to spin him to the ground and kind of just fling him, and he stayed on his feet. Got to make sure to drive him to the turf. And now it's going to be 4th down.
Westergaard got tackled by Brock Boyer. Not only did he help him back up, he patted him on the back. Now, I'm seeing so much sportsmanship in this game. It is awesome. I congratulate you young men for acting like the way adults don't act most of the time. I would take that back. Probably most adults do well. It's always the minority that makes the majority look bad.
Yeah, it's the ones that are the most outspoken, right? It's the Paul Kingsburys of the world. Hopefully he's listening. Just kidding.
Back to pass. 4th down. They're going for it, and this is a long pass off the hands of the receiver. And Butte is going to take over with great field position.
Yeah, Pancari was back there, and he had just barely. That's a very hard play to make. He dove looking away from the quarterback. He's looking towards his end zone and is completely parallel with the ground and just out of his reach. And that is the slimmest of margins on not catching that, just almost right there.
So Butte really has to toughen up on their defense. They cannot give up a touchdown here this late in the game. They'll have their team in a hole. The offense, I don't know if they can dig out of that hole against such a good team here with the Kendrick Tigers. So Butte County has got to stop Kendrick on this drive. Kept directing traffic with his running back. He'll fake, throw it outside to Taylor. He makes one man miss, another miss, and he's down to the 15-yard line.
That's what makes Kendrick so dangerous is when you get the ball in open space, or when they do, you have got to bring them down, because whether if it's Hunter, Taylor, or if it's if it's Hewitt, either one of them is just gonna they're gonna put you on skates, to say the least.
It's impressive when you win 2 or 3 in a row, because you always graduate seniors every year, and some great people leave, and you hope that your freshmen and sophomores coming up can fill their shoes, and they've been doing that in Kendrick. They might have the slogan, "We don't rebuild, we just reload." And there's the end of the third. 1 quarter to go, 44-28, Kendrick.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos?
I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/GoVandals. Go Vandals!
There is a Kendrick fan that I met last year doing basketball. He is a cheerleader. He gets the crowd to spell out Kendrick and stuff. He sits in the front row here at football and basketball. He's just an awesome individual. I can't remember his name. And I talked to him last year, and I saw him today, and I said, "I remember you." And he goes, "Oh." He goes, "Did I do something bad?" I go, "No, you're the best fan I've ever seen from Kendrick." So I don't know what the man's name is, but my hat's off to him. He's a good guy. They fake a pass short and go into the end zone to Taylor, and it's a quick score for the Kendrick Tigers. And this is a well-oiled football machine, ladies and gentlemen. They're clicking on all their cylinders. 50-28 now, 11:55 to go. And they're doing this to an excellent football team in the Butte County Pirates.
Yeah, this is impressive. Kendrick is just good. There's no other way to put it.
I don't know how you stop them. They pass the ball, they run the ball with ease, and they play good defense. Other than that, going for 2. Oh, and the defense is going to rush, but somehow Kep gets out of there and throws a low pass. It's incomplete. But they still have a good lead, 50-28, 11:55 to go in the game. Strom Electric has been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie region since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects and well pump installations. Strom Electric is licensed and insured in Washington and Idaho. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or to install a well water pump, call them at 208-835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. That's 208-835-2331.
Got another shout out here, Gary, from Carly Boyle from George F. Brocky and Sons, who is a game sponsor of today's game. And I'll tell you, when we call our sponsors for the games, right? You know, I've called around to that's my job, right? I do all the advertising here at Idaho Sports, and working with our great people that help out. And when we call George F. Brocky's, it's never well, let me think about it. It's yes, we will be there for Kendrick, and they always want to support anything we do for the Kendrick Tigers. So thanks to them, and thanks for the other people on today's broadcast.
You know, I wrote a hiking guide to the Seven Devils, and back in the day, I had a commercial. Paul would run it for me. So maybe you can call me someday, see if I want to do it.
I will do it, Gary.
Hiking Idaho Seven Devils, that's the name of it. There's a return and tackled at the 30-yard line. The quarterback, he's doing it all, playing defense, returning kicks. Razor Duke is a stud.
Speaking of Devils, Gary, quickly, what are the two Idaho Devils?
Idaho Devils?
The high school Devils.
Oh, the Red Devils in Murtaugh and the Blue Devils in, don't tell me, Dietrich.
Oh, man, you were quick. You didn't even have to think
Here's
about
the thing, though. When you grew up and I told you what color is a devil, wouldn't you say red? So where did Blue Devil come from? Duke's the Blue Devils, Dietrich's the Blue Devils, but I never pictured a devil as being blue.
Well, you know, I grew up in Durham, North Carolina, where devils are blue.
Yeah, that's because of Duke, but where did that come from? That's what I want to know. There's a good gain on first down, 8 yards.
My great-grandpa actually played basketball for Duke. He's obviously not alive anymore. Maybe he knows where it came from.
But, you know, like if you ever went to I love wearing costumes at Halloween. And every time you got a devil costume, it was always
red.
It's red,
not blue. You're right.
So when I do the mascot battle, Red Devil versus the Blue Devil, who wins that mascot
I'll take
battle?
a Red Devil. I feel like they're meaner.
We got timeout on the play. I don't know if there's an official timeout or one of the teams called a timeout.
Somebody down on the Butte County sideline.
Okay, let me get one last read in for George F. Brocky and Sons. A fourth-generation family and business has been pricing quality peas, lentils, garbanzo beans, Austrian winter peas, and rapeseed for over 65 years to North, Central Idaho, and Southeast Washington. These products are cleaned and then shipped under the top-notch and sun-dried brands to nearly every continent on Earth. Our worldwide customers have come to expect quality products in every shipment. At George F. Brocky and Sons, we build relationships with our loyal customers to help maximize yields and ensure quality. Stop by our facility in Kendrick and say hello, and always go Tigers. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this short pause for the cause.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the Treasure Valley Prepcast covers every inch of District 3 activities in Idaho.
Coal Valley, we were so much Melba at the 2A WIC that I personally probably owe them an apology that I kind of brushed over Coal Valley. Here's me eating my crow.
Hosted by Logan Green, the Treasure Valley Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing, or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Do you show your Vandal pride? Dave sure does. He proudly dons the silver and gold when he's at work, mowing the yard, and especially on game day.
Hey, can we get 3 tacos?
I got this.
Where did you get that?
You don't have a Vandals debit card?
Don't worry, Dave. You can get your Vandal debit card by visiting p1fcu.org/govandal. Go Vandal!
I am not good enough. I will never believe I'm ready.
College isn't for me, and I need to stop thinking my life can change. If only I could see things differently. My life can change, and I need to stop thinking college isn't for me.
I'm ready. I will never believe I am not good enough.
Well, is Irmac really the best hospital for pediatric care? I mean, aren't all ERs the same?
Not all ERs are the same. Irmac's ER has been delivering high-level clinical care for over 3 decades. As a Level 2 trauma and burn center, Irmac is well equipped to handle pediatric injury and illness. All Irmac ER nurses have higher-level pediatric certifications, and that's just not common in all ERs. And this expertise and experience is found only at Irmac.
Okay, I'm going to try to explain this, but I don't know any particulars. There's a medical issue over on the sidelines, and they're crowded around some person who's on the ground. We don't know if it's a patron or a player, but it's a very somber mood right here, right now. And so we're going to go back to our sponsors, and we'll try to have more information for you. But both of the teams are all just sitting on the ground, and this is a very scary moment here at Middleton High School in this football game. Not sure who they're attending. We'll try to get more information as we get it ourselves. So we'll be right back.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. Later, Toyota.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Irmac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapist at Irmac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Irmac.
Okay, well, to give you an update, we don't know who it is, but there's somebody down on the sidelines, like we said, and an ambulance is here. So this is a very somber mood here in this. I think this game could be canceled because of this incident that's happened. And I'm not going to speculate to who it is over there. I don't know. I can just tell you this is really a grim outcome right now. And we certainly hope who's ever in trouble over there is okay. And the medical professions can do their job and make them just fine. So once again, we're going to stay away from this. We'll go back to some of our sponsors, and we'll be back hopefully in a few minutes. Okay, this game has been canceled. We still don't know who it is. I'm not going to speculate, but the person was put on a stretcher into the ambulance, and the last thing I want to do is speculate as who it is. We don't know, but we know it's serious enough that this game is going to end 50-28, and Kendrick will get a win, but it's a very somber win to have something like this happen in a football game. So I'm going to go ahead and just do our normal closing. It seems unimportant now, but I got to go ahead and end this thing. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Game Night. We're going to go I'm not going to go our sponsor. We took care of our sponsors. I'm going to do a different ending because we need to get out of here. We just want to thank Andy Ankeny and everyone here at Middleton for their hospitality and help in getting this to you. We are going to do a player of the game because we are contractually obligated to do that on every one. And it's going to be, where'd my roster go? Our player of the game is going to be number 19, Sawyer Hewitt. He had 3 touchdowns on the game, so congratulations to Sawyer. That's going to do it. We hope you enjoyed watching this game as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you, even though it was a very sad ending. So, for the whole crew here, Logan Green and IdahoSports.com, this is Gary Jones. The final score, 50-28, Kendrick Tigers over the Butte County Pirates. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We hope your next game is a good one.